Hey, what up, guys? We're back. Welcome to the This Is My Moment podcast. I'm your host, Patrick Mitchell. You know who I got riding shoddy.
Yeet, yeet. It's your boy Money Mitch back with another episode. Again, man, if y'all haven't checked out our Etsy store, man, check out our Etsy store. Pick up our t-shirts. This is my moment, man. We got purple, black, gray, white, green, orange. Pick your color. We got them all. And also, like, subscribe, comment, man. Don't miss nothing that we doing, man. Hit that notification bell, man. Catch up with everything we doing here on TIMM. This is my moment, baby.
Let's go to work.
There ain't no stopping it. This is my moment. Join the movement. We bringing people together, bringing positivity, making changes for the better.
Today, I got a young lady sitting in the room with us, KT, that I got to get a little bit more love to than regular guests, only because we got something in common. You know how I feel about military folks.
Okay.
So right off the top, you know what I mean? I got to give her a little bit more love than regular guests. It ain't that I don't love you. It's just I like the military. I'm pro-military. Call me what you want.
There you go. You're a little biased.
I ain't no little.
But who ain't biased?
I'm a lot biased. I ain't a little nothing.
Ain't even gonna play.
Huh, for what? I ain't scared of y'all. Introduce yourself to the family.
Hi, everybody. My name is Erica Acosta, and I am a native to Texas, but not San Antonio. I'm a little bit from everywhere and nowhere. I think that's what the military does too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
From everywhere and nowhere, all at the same time.
Right, yeah. So I'm here in San Antonio now pursuing my professional career and also enjoying my big family. And we're just growing bigger and bigger. We have grandbabies now, and we've got one left at home.
Yeah.
So we're almost
empty
done.
nesters.
We're almost done.
Sound good.
Well, then all the grandkids will come in and
I was
we'll
just
start
about
all
to
over.
say until
There you
they double back on you.
Sound good.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for your service, man. Everything that you've done, man. And I was reading up on you, man. I can't wait to get into your story.
Thank you.
We have a lot of similarities, and once we start talking, you be like, oh, okay. So when I research people and I see them, KT, and I read their stories and I'm looking at them, right, photos and words and all these things, sometimes resiliency just pops out. You know what I mean? Like you can read it and may not see the word resiliency nowhere inside of their statement or inside of their photos, inside of their day-to-day lives. But when you start looking deeper, you can kind of see it. And KT, man, when I was looking up Erica, bro, resiliency, straight off the top. So I want to know, Erica, what's your definition of resiliency?
Thank you. I'm glad that you saw resiliency.
Oh, yeah.
And I think resiliency just comes with wisdom. I think it comes with a lot of trials and tribulations and learning and growing that tough skin. And you aren't born with tough skin. You're born with baby soft skin. And as things happen to you in life, then you learn and you grow.
Yeah.
And that includes commitment and dedication and staying focused. You just need to remain resilient, right? But I think even more than resiliency, I think the more important question is vulnerability. And learning how to be comfortable with yourself and in your own skin through your own vulnerabilities in life. And the more true to yourself that you can be and the more honest that you can be with yourself, then the more you can heal and grow and be resilient. So without the yin and the yang, without the resiliency, you don't have vulnerability. And without vulnerability, you're not going to be resilient. So they go hand in hand, I think.
That's the first time I've ever heard vulnerability and resiliency being like compatible like that. What do you think are some of your early experiences that that would have you link those two?
Number one, I would have to say the military.
Yeah.
I graduated when I was 17. I was 16 most
From
of my
high
senior
school?
year. Yes.
Oh, dang.
My birthday's
I
in March.
was about to say you had an early birthday or you just working hella hard for no
So
reason?
my birthday's in March, and I was 16 most of my senior year. And then 2 months later, in May, I graduated. So technically I was 17 when I graduated, and then joined the military right after. My parents signed
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah.
because I was too young, and I was 18 in Baghdad. So
Wait a
I
minute.
was a
Dang,
baby.
you went straight to Baghdad?
Yeah, I was at my home base for 2 months.
How? That might not be a right question.
What you finna say?
I was gonna ask her how.
And then I'll fix it.
Okay, I was gonna ask her how old she was to like put a time frame on it, but I know that's not a question you ask a woman.
I don't care.
Oh, okay. Like, when were you in Baghdad? Like the year?
I was in Baghdad in 2006.
Oh, okay.
So that was right at the peak of Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Sure.
We were there the year Saddam was hanged.
Oh, wow.
It was right in the middle of it. Mm-hmm. So our mission while we were there was to escort detainee movements.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was a lot of movements.
I was about to say, I know you saw, like, me and him have conversation. Like, this is my first cousin, so I've been there through everything. He's been there before I was born. So all of his like tough situations in the military, like he would call me and we like, and I'm just like, I can't believe this is happening, like real life.
Yeah.
So like, any crazy stories that you could share that's not like too crazy?
Well, I'll give you a crazy story about our media.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Don't do that because
Nah, but you know I love this.
no, but my job in the military was public affairs. So hang on
Hey
now.
man, the truth is the truth. The truth is the
Well,
truth.
you cannot mention it. You can cut it all out.
No,
if
we're
you
not
don't
gonna
want
cut
to.
it
We
out.
ain't gonna cut out nothing. The truth is the truth.
Okay.
People need to know.
So we're going to chow, and
That's dinner.
yeah,
Or breakfast or lunch.
well, it
Anytime
was
you eating in the military.
yeah. So I worked. It was at night, in the middle of the night, but this was breakfast
Okay.
because we were barely about to head out.
Yeah.
And we go to eat chow, and they've got TVs in the chow hall before. I mean, this is while you're on base before you go out or anything. So we were eating our last meal, real meal, and the rest were MREs. So our last
That's the astronaut
real
food in the bag.
right, yeah.
I got something in the kitchen.
We were sitting there with the TVs, and then CNN's, they're about to take Saddam Hussein right now. And I'm like, you're going to put me as a sitting duck? You're letting me know right now.
Yeah, you telling everybody that
you
we
just
on the
letting
way.
everybody. If I can hear it in Baghdad and you're reporting from America,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody can hear it. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Right.
So, yeah, crazy. It was one of those moments where I was like, just turn that shit off.
Please.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, like just stop.
Don't say that.
Yeah. There's just some things that don't need to be said. Like, maybe report it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, like, don't let them know
After
where I'm at
we're
right now,
successful.
please. Yeah.
Wow. That's wild.
And you know what though? She's not wrong. That's not wrong. 'Cause
Like, y'all don't got no time stamps.
It happened to us.
Don't nobody know what
No.
Central Standard Time is.
Because at the end of the day, like as a media person, right? They report, and they're not out there on the front line.
Yeah, they have no repercussions for
All
their...
they want to do is
get the word
Get the
out there.
story.
get the scoop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for us, and you were in Baghdad. I did Iraq freedom. I never went to Baghdad. I went to Afghanistan for enduring freedom, and I did Saudi Arabia and things like that for Iraq freedom. So I never went to Baghdad. But I'm gonna tell you what. Just them telling information about what's shaking
Like what y'all are
and
about to do.
and where you're going to be, it automatically adds a whole different level of complexity and
Oh, it absolutely
scariness.
Yeah.
To
The
the mission.
anxiety and fear because...
You already scared, bro.
Yeah.
Like you think about it, Erica, 18 years old. I can pretty much guarantee that you ain't never in your life at 17 seen what you finna see in Baghdad at 18, a year later.
Yeah.
So that in itself puts you in a whole different mind frame. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So what was, when you were doing that stuff, right? What was your mind at as an 18-year-old? You know what I mean? Fresh out the house. And you in the middle, and I'm talking about you in the middle of the sugar
And you
honey
in
iced
it.
tea. You
Right.
in that.
You in it.
What was your mind at?
Well, I think in that moment, innocent is bliss, right?
Yeah.
So you don't really know better. I always tell everybody, I think that Baghdad was one of the easiest times of my life because I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And you're told when to eat, when to get up, when to do everything. You have no stresses in life because they make sure everything is taken care of for you. Don't worry about your bills. Don't worry about, you don't have any of those stresses in life. And you're just going to focus on the mission. And it's very simple, very straightforward, black and white. Like, this is what you need to do. So whenever everything is black and white and you don't know any different as an adult, because I joined at 17.
Life experiences of
I
your
don't
own to
know
compare it
what
to
it's
anything.
like, pay my own bills or choose my own apartment or choose my own car. I hadn't ever even owned a car. Like, I've never made my own choice at this point in my life. So innocence is bliss at that moment, and you don't know what you don't know in that moment. So whenever I hear things like, he's coming into BIOP right now, Baghdad International Airport right now, and I'm just like, thanks. Like, you just made this harder for me. And it's like, that's the one stress in your life. You don't have kids. You don't have a husband. You don't have anything. You're just, that's your only worry. Your mom has her husband. Your siblings have their spouses. You know, whatever it is. And it's just you. So you're not worried about the repercussions of what anybody else is going to feel about it, because your life isn't even established at that point.
Yeah.
So it makes things a little easier.
It doesn't really feel like there's anything to lose, really, because you haven't established anything. It's just
right.
You're just living.
Yeah, you're just going.
Just moving.
Now, if I was to go to Baghdad today and had my husband and my children and my grandchildren and, I'm sure
way different.
Fear would be the word for sure.
I'm gonna tell you a quick story, then we're gonna press. And it's just like I said, I didn't go to Baghdad. I went to Afghanistan, and I was there for 10 months, worst 10 months of my life. But I had my wife and my kids, you know what I mean? So I had my family squared away. And it's one thing that I did that a lot of people may not agree with, but I don't really care. So when you go down range, it's a certain amount of ammunition that you take. Like, everybody is black and white. This
Standard.
is how much standard. I used to carry a backpack, and a lot of people thought I had my camera gear in there. Not true. I had an extra 15 mags of M16 rounds. I forget the number. It was
5.56.
Yes, thank you. So I had my M16, because they used to give, they had the M4s and the M16, so I started the old M16. And inside this bag, I had 15 mags of ammunition on top of what they give you, your gear. I had 2 hand grenades, and I had 2 9mm magazines. I ain't even got no 9mm.
Hey, bro, if you going out, they don't have to come get you.
And the thing that I told myself,
there's gonna be some Saving Private Ryan stuff
off
going
the top.
on.
And the thing that I told myself, though, is if I don't make it back, it won't be because I didn't shoot back. Because a lot of times, as a photographer, your job, your mission, was to
go get the information,
the imagery, shoot the imagery. If you don't see a picture, did it happen, right?
Right.
So the only camera I took, and judge me if you want, photographers, whatever, I'm still here. All I had was the camera that was around my neck. Everything else was ammunition. Look, and I'm telling you, and you got to remember, this was 2009. So this was before they made that big push down south in Afghanistan. Yeah. So it was rough.
War zone.
It was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough. And when you say that, and I came back with PTSD, and when I was reading your stuff, man, you got PTSD. Is that part of what that is, like those times where you saw things that no regular person should see, and then you see it again, and then you see it again. Like
then it becomes normal, and you become numb to it.
And I think that was the thing, was in Baghdad, you don't know that you're getting PTSD while it happens.
Yeah,
right?
it's not.
Yeah.
So you don't know what's happening while it's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
What happens is you've normalized this, the way you said, like, this has become a normal lifestyle for you.
Mm-hmm.
When I came back from
That's
Baghdad,
the hard part, is trying to reconvert to civilization.
And then I tried to fall asleep, and I was used to douche, getting closer and closer and closer, and those mortars are coming in, and you're thinking, man, don't come in, and you just normalize that as you're sleeping, and then you come home and you don't have the douche.
Yeah, it's kind of like trying to sleep
I
with the
had
TV
to
off.
buy an Xbox and buy Call of Duty and let it play on just the beginning,
Like the demo mode, just so you can hear.
just so I could go to sleep.
Wow.
And because that becomes like a comforting sound.
Right, the helos, the like the helos slap in the wind, the mortars coming in. We were at Souther Air Base, so we heard the helos all the time.
Yeah.
Day, night, you heard the mortars coming in. You heard everything all the time. So without that, it was very not normal for me to fall asleep in an environment.
Recondition yourself to what normal actually is for you.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this before I ask you about what you're doing right now. How did you get past? Have you got past? What are you doing now with that? Because I have PTSD. I go to counseling. And for a while, I don't even know if you know this, KT, I was on anxiety and depression meds. They had me on medicine, like pills. But I didn't like the way they made me feel. Right? It kind of made me like a zombie. You know, like it took the
Kinda
edge
numb
off.
everything,
No, it did.
though.
It took the edge off, but it took the edge off everything. You know what I mean? So I wasn't like, and this is recent,
like
like
feel like you're not yourself.
like 4 or 5 years ago. Like I just stopped taking them. Like I think I got the expired bottle under the sink. Like it's that recent. And I started going to therapy because talking to me was more beneficial. You know what I mean? Like I just couldn't take the meds. I wasn't myself. What are you doing now? You know what I'm saying? Or have you made it past it? Or are you going to counseling? What are you doing now to help yourself?
Well, so I have been to counseling for many years.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever stop.
Yeah.
I think that that's become a new normal for me.
Yeah.
Where that's something that I enjoy actually about myself is being able to speak to somebody who is also a veteran through the VA
Yeah.
that understands me and understands war. And I'm able to build that rapport with them that I'm not normally able to with just anybody.
Yeah.
So counseling is definitely a part of my life.
Yeah.
Every month of my life for the past decade.
That's what's up.
So I have to stay committed to myself. And in order to get through those things, I think the most important part is to love yourself.
Yeah.
I think the biggest strategy to healing is to surround yourself with like those who love you.
Oh, no question.
And your support system. and you know, you don't always get to choose your family, but sometimes your unchosen family becomes your family. Yeah. And just having that circle of people with you all the time.
Yeah.
And knowing who you can be vulnerable with.
Yeah.
And who you need to be resilient with.
Yeah.
And knowing just those different levels of friendship and rapport and professional relationships and figuring that piece out, I guess, as a young adult and naive to immediately getting PTSD to transitioning as an adult now who needs to be a professional and still wanting to be the greatest that you can be.
Of course.
And having it instilled in you to have honor and integrity and dedication and to keep pushing forward. And you have been trained to be a fighter and to push through. I think that strategy in itself has equipped me to handle pretty much any other like traumatic event in life or any other like wall that you need to knock down or a goal that you want to accomplish, and it set me up for success in that way. But I mean, it's a double-edged sword for sure. It doesn't come without it heartaches for sure, and it struggles, and just learning how to balance that. And I think having the time for yourself and loving yourself. There are days whenever someone's asking me like, hey, what are you doing today? Nothing.
Ignoring you.
I am intentionally scheduling in my day nothing. I'm a huge calendar person. Yeah. I'm very structured that way. Yeah. I love to make a calendar. I love to make myself, this is when I'm available. This is when I can do this. This is when I can do. Whenever I make a commitment to somebody, I do not falter or fail if I can control it.
I dig that.
And so when I make a commitment to somebody and I hold myself accountable, even to myself, and say and make a commitment to myself and say I'm going to make an appointment with myself. Yeah. I always hold that, but it also comes with balance. I need to set an appointment with myself to just sit down and watch a movie.
Yeah, some me time.
Yeah, because it's all about the balance. And I think that that's where success really comes from, is whenever you're able to say, there is enough time in the day to get a lot of things done.
Things that you want to do.
But there also is time in the day to love yourself too. Yeah. And whenever you're able to have that balance, then it's rewarding.
Oh, yeah.
You have to reward yourself.
So I have a question for you. This is something I ask all military people. Knowing what you know now, going back to 17-year-old you, would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Every single time.
Everybody
single time.
always say that. And I don't know how y'all do it.
Bro.
And this may be because I'm just like I struggle with authority. So the thought of somebody telling you when to eat, when to shower, when to do everything, just, oh man, it makes my skin crawl. But every time I ask somebody, like, and people like him, like, just went through traumatic stuff, like really life-changing stuff, everybody says they'll do it again.
No question.
Yeah, no question about it. I would do it in a heartbeat.
No question.
I think that if you were to take the military that we had, the mentality that we had back in Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom, we wouldn't have the country that we have today.
What do you mean by that? Elaborate.
We wouldn't have...
Like if the soldiers felt like they felt back then?
Like if we had that mentality instilled into our military today, we'd have such a strong force today.
You mean like the way that they indoctrinate you guys into the military?
That's still the same. Basic training
Right,
is the
that's
same.
still the same.
Okay. But so I think what
But
she's saying
the heart
is
behind it.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. So like the people that
like the patriotism.
That and the people that raised me in the military, these are
like the OGs type.
Yeah, yeah. You don't have those no more. So
yeah,
like,
people get what they can get in and try to get out.
Bro.
So it's nobody like putting like
you don't see as many
values and the 20 people, the 20
Yeah.
year plus people that is going to retire military people.
You got to remember this though, like it's a difference. So the people that raised me in the military, my sergeants were coming off Korea. They was on the tail end of Korea. They was on they was the old cats that they still took your shirt off. And like I remember getting in fights with sergeants and not getting in trouble. You get and that's what it was. They wouldn't write you up. What they would do, they make you come in on a Sunday on your time. And now you out there polishing rocks. I ain't lying. Now you out there I don't polish many a rock. I done move white rocks from brown rocks. I've been on smoke bud duty, picking up cigarette butts on a Sunday because I got in trouble, but they didn't want to do the paperwork. Now,
fill up sandbags and build a wall, and as soon as you're done,
take it down,
and then put that wall back over there where it started.
Man,
then why'd you have me move the wall? Like,
and it's and that's what,
just because be a mind.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: you talk about walls. And you talk about knocking them down. I looked up, and you're going back to school. First off, that in itself is a wall to me because I ain't going back to
tall
school.
One.
Boy, what?
Like the Berlin one.
So talk to me about what pushed you to go back to school, and what are you going to school for?
Well, I think me going back to school is a way to, it's a rebirthing in itself. And I love it because I remember even telling my mom, there's this woman that I can't wait to meet. I love her so much, and I can't wait to get to know her, and I can't wait to meet her, and I can't wait to become her. I know exactly what I want her to be, but I just can't wait to get to know her.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most fun and exciting part about school is learning so much, because you don't just learn what's in the books.
Yeah. There's
community, there's networks. There is every society in the world that's going to try to recruit you. Mm-hmm. And as a matter of fact, I did get recruited. Mm-hmm. So I'm the president of TXCPA, Texas Society of Certified Public Accountants. There's a city chapter, and there's also a student auxiliary city chapter. I'm the A&M San Antonio representative for the student auxiliary division. And then the school chapter is its own division, and I'm the president of that So
What's up?
just getting involved in that and having that community around you and having all of that, the network, the relationships, the giving back, the volunteering, you will always get more than you could ever put in. And I'd never believed that until, because I'm a bookworm and I want it to be proven to me.
Yeah.
Did you know that the endorphins that are released in your body when you receive a present versus giving a present, say you give a present to somebody and it makes you feel happy,
Right.
that endorphin level is 10 times higher than if you were to receive a present. So giving actually produces more happy emotions and more chemical happy thoughts in your body and than you could ever receive from anybody. So knowing that,
It's like proof that giving is better than receiving.
right.
Yeah.
So in that itself, giving and giving and giving, it does become this like endorphin high that you become addicted to. And knowing that I can make that circle come back, and especially I have the advantage of being older in school. There's so many people that are younger than me that don't have the PTSD or the traumas or the life experiences that have kind of tainted them, and they can be completely groomed. It's great to be able to lead a people like that, but also this is a whole new realm for me. Yeah. And there's so much for me to learn. There's so much I don't know. Yeah. And just being able to be around those professionals in our community and around those like-minded people and learning from them and getting all of that knowledge and letting them groom me, that is so rewarding as well, knowing that the circle really is coming complete. Yeah,
that's what's up.
And that's, I think, like my most favorite part of being a part of this community is just, you've got to be a part of something that's greater than yourself.
So right now, going to school is different, and you're going for CPA, which is crazy because I couldn't do it. I love money, but I can't do that.
Well, once you know the money game, then you can play the money game to win.
Maybe that's why I've been losing. I've been playing a long time, and I win a hand here, and I lose a hand. I might lose 2 hands, win a hand, lose 3 hands, win a hand. What keeps you motivated and on track?
What keeps me the most motivated is 100% hands down that little boy that's still at home, Christian. Every moment that I have felt doubt in myself or I have felt down, I don't know if he just has this sixth sense about him, but that boy, you think I'm resilient. Yeah. That boy is strong. Yeah. He can make a grown man cry. Well, he can make his mama cry. That's for sure.
At least a grown woman. Huh?
And all he has to do is just say, Mom, you're the best mom in the whole world. And everything in the world just absolutely doesn't matter anymore. And just melt. Yeah. No matter how resilient and strong and tough and whatever the world tries to condition you to be in that moment, mush.
Dig that.
He's amazing. He's the strongest, smartest, coolest kid that I know. And that motivation, knowing that the environment that I provide to him and the foundation of success that I'm able to establish for him is really all on me.
Yeah. You're right.
It really is, because he can't choose his own environment.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
There's so many times whenever I felt down or weak, and the best thing that I could have told myself was, if someone's going to change it, it's got to be you. You're an adult and you need to change your environment. And I did, and I worked for it. Yeah. And I put in those hard blood, sweat, and tears to make sure that I could grow from that environment and learn better. Yeah. But he is a child. Yeah. And he deserves to have that childhood.
Already.
So that's all on me. Yeah. And that motivation, just in that alone, we're not going to fail. We're not failing.
Ain't no way.
There's no plan B.
Already. Ain't no plan B. But I got a plan. Yeah, I do. Your story is crazy. And people don't understand how seeing things and being a part of things change you mentally. And then coming back and still have to be quote unquote normal. And then you find something to live for, and you have to be a better person because people are counting on you. And that in itself, I am super impressed with everything that you're doing, man. And I wish you the very best, and congratulations. But
Thank you.
You're very welcome. But I like to have fun too.
Okay.
At the end of every show,
Okay.
we play this game. Pick one. That's the name of the game.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you one thing, give you some choices. You have to pick one. You got to say first thing on your mind, things of that nature. All right, you ready?
Okay.
Good luck. Tell your younger self one thing. What do you tell your younger self? One thing.
It's going to be okay.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Out of all the organizations that you're a part of, that you've been a part of, Air Force, the CPA thing, the college thing, you only get to keep one. Which one are you keeping?
TXCPA.
You gonna take that over to Air Force?
Absolutely.
Why did you say that over there?
Well, don't be disappointed. But I think that the Air Force was a great foundation.
Yeah.
But I don't think that I would be the woman that I am today without TXCPA. And just a matter of, so I joined TXCPA in, my first event I ever attended was in November, this past November.
Yeah.
And I have received 2 scholarships
Wow.
through the organization.
Yeah.
I have had professors recommend me to speak on student panels.
Oh, wow.
I have just received awards. I've become president. There's just this wonderful, great community that I have become a part of. And it has set the foundation to my success. And this woman that I've become to know, that I've learned to love so much.
That is.
And I love me so much right now.
That is.
And they are so true to who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give that up.
Last one. I give you the phrase, this is my moment. First thing comes to mind, this is my moment.
This is my moment in life to show everybody that it doesn't matter where you've been, what you've been through. You can always do it. You can always have your moment again.
Dig that.
And Miss Erica, I know you do a lot of things, but can you tell the people where they can reach you at? People that might be watching this, that might be looking for leadership that you provide. Just give them where they can reach out to you and connect with you.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm always available for anyone at Texas A&M. You're more than welcome to look me up and get my number. My phone is always available to you. I'm always available through TXCPA as well. And on my LinkedIn, you can always check me out on my LinkedIn, Erica Acosta. So anytime that you want to reach out, I am available to you day or night if you need a word of inspiration, if you need just a moment to talk, or if you'd like some career advice, then hopefully I can help share my resources and we can become a part of a network together. So, yeah, reach out anytime.
Yeah.
Nice.
Erica, thank you so much for stopping by the crib, hanging out with us, sharing your story, man, and just closing the day off right, man. These are the kind of conversation guys that you want to have, man. People that have real life stories and that's going through it and letting you know that, you know what, it's going to be okay.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Life ain't a straight line. It ain't a straight line, and it ain't no elevator to the top.
Do the best you can.
Got to make it work.
Hey, guys, Erica said, make time for yourself, man, and love yourself. At the end of the day, this is the only ride that we got.
Facts.
This is it, man. One shot, and if you spend the time not loving yourself, you're going to miss out on some quality people, quality time, and a phenomenal circle that you can build inside of yourself. Man, and just do it for yourself. Make time for yourself. And KT, at the end of the day, what we going to do? Go get it!
Join the movement, we bringing people together, bringing positivity, making changes for the better. Cause it's all about growth, all about success. We wanna see you rise, wanna see you